Hey everyone, it's Debbie. I first of all have to apologize as this is a day late. Here in Tennessee yesterday, or the middle Tennessee, we got hit with some really bad storms, and yesterday was crazy. We actually here at my house we lost power for about 6 hours, and so we had a lot going on. I probably could have posted it because my power was actually I couldn't because I had no internet. So um, that and just a lot going on. So I'm sorry that this is a day late, but I have had an interesting couple of weeks. So I guess it was I for the last 2 Fridays I have been going to these workshops that one of my internship client groups have been putting on, the Tennessee Alliance for Legal Services. We have been doing workshops and trainings on a couple of different topics. One topic was about education law, and then another topic last week was about family law. And so they bring in a lot of speakers, and it's just really interesting. I've been learning a lot. It's interesting to see things from the perspective of the legal standpoint, the lawyers that are there for the training. Even though I'm there as a MSW, a social work intern, it's really interesting to see that dynamic and see it from a different profession's perspective. Um, for example, what was interesting in this last week was they were talking about how to talk to domestic violence victims and people who have gone through trauma, how to talk to them, how to relate to them, how to interview them. And they're talking about like as a lawyer when they're interviewing them for a new client coming in for a case and how to help them legally and how to talk to them. And some of the skills that they were talking about was like active listening and showing empathy and just a couple of things along that line. And it was interesting to me because as a social worker, we do this all the time, and we learn about those kind of basic skills of empathy and reflecting back and um, active listening and all that stuff, and being when we're working with people who have been through trauma or but whatever it might be. And I realized, like, you know what, not all professions get that kind of training, and so as a social worker, it seemed like common knowledge and like of course that's how you talk to a person who's been through trauma, but I guess it's not common knowledge because not everyone is trained to do that. So that was kind of interesting last week to do that, and learn kind of what it is like to be in other professions working with the kind of populations that we work with. Um, this week was interesting. Excuse me. On Tuesday, 2 days ago, I went to a workshop in the community that was being put on by another one of our client groups, the Center for Nonprofit Management here in Nashville. They were doing a workshop on federal grant writing, which I was really excited about, and it was an all-day training. Got there at like 8:30 in the morning and didn't leave till like 4. So um, it was a lot of information. It was federal grant writing is no joke. I have learned, um, and so the lady who was doing the workshop, she was very good. She'd been doing it for like 20 years, and she gave us some really good information on what to expect, how to write, what all to include, what kind of information they're looking for, and how to really sell your agency or your project for whatever you are trying to get funding for. And so I also was really interesting because I got to meet some great people who were representing agencies and organizations that were there for their training too. And so it was a great opportunity to network. And I learned about some initiatives and some programs in Nashville that I wasn't aware of. And so it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. So I've been doing some of those, just trainings and workshops that kind of outside of my regular internship duties of research and stuff that I've been doing with my supervisor. So it's kind of been changing up the dynamics of my internship, and I've had an opportunity to learn some extra things. So I see that I'm running a little bit long, but I had been having a great couple of weeks. I hope you guys have been doing well. And I look forward to listening to how your updates have been. All right, have a good one.